Hello and welcome to this edition of Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we have for you. Utica Community Schools welcome their students back with some upgrades to safety around the building. Money granted to the food program will help provide nutrition to people across the county. We have these stories and more on this edition of Shelby This Week. Motorists, get ready to see more construction barrels. 23-mile road from Shaner to Hayes will be under construction. The project will include concrete pavement repair. Lane closures are to be expected. Drivers should plan for delays in traffic. Construction is scheduled to run until November 15th. Upgrades were made at schools throughout the Utica Community Schools District. Keeping children safe every single day is a top priority. Kyle Warzbach has more on these new improvements.
Many schools these days have secure entryways requiring you to buzz in to enter the building. This summer, Utica Community Schools made these entryways, like the one at Duncan Elementary, even more secure.
All of our schools have a secure entryway. People have to be buzzed in, but we have taken one additional step by putting doorways in front so that people are forced into the main office.
This was done thanks to the bond issue that voters passed last November. But UCS didn't stop there. New security cameras are being installed in every school, which are linked directly to Macomb County's Comtech Center.
If there's an incident that occurs in some school district, we now have the ability to go ahead and light that school up. What do I mean? We can infiltrate those cameras and see what's happening real time. What a huge advantage it is for public safety first responders that are showing up on a scene. While people are trying to get away or hiding, law enforcement now can see what's going on inside that school real time and direct the response from law enforcement as they're heading into that dangerous situation.
The Shelby Township Police Department continues to be heavily involved with the schools by monitoring security cameras and assigning school resource officers to the high schools. And they have plans in the future to provide safety training to students and staff for emergency situations.
For the last year, we've worked with all the buildings in our area in the district on active assailant training. We're still exploring that option to push that out to the student populace. While these precautions are needed, it's important to teach kids to not be fearful. And that's the message of Nathan Bills, a parent of 5 UCS students.
We've chosen not to live our lives in fear. I mean, the world is real and our kids know that. But even before some of these most recent, security precautions, we knew that once our kids got here, these teachers would do absolutely everything that they possibly could to protect our children. We know that they love them just about as much as we do.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warzbach.
A public reading allowed for township officials to read requests for proposals for the new Shelby Township Library. 8 construction companies submitted RFPs and all came in at similar numbers. The most expensive one came in at over $9 million. After the reading of the proposals, the engineers will review the numbers and choose one to proceed to the Board of Trustees. Library Director Katie Esther says she estimates the September board meeting will have the library's proposal for a construction manager. A new library has been a top 10 priority for residents for the last several years. This library will be the first standalone building in township history. In November, the Shelby Township Board of Trustees approved a budget of $11.2 million to plan the 25,000 square foot building. Now, with construction proposals submitted, residents and staff are one step closer to a brand new building.
The staff and the patrons both are just so excited about the possibility of our new library. We have all sorts of documentation, the floor plans and pictures of what the new library will look like in our lobby. And there are crowds around that information station all day with people asking questions about the new library and when we're going to start construction and when it will be completed and how they can get involved. And our patrons and our staff is just so thrilled at the prospect of a new library. It's just an incredible gift that the township has given our staff and the residents of Shelby Township. So we can't wait.
Officials in Shelby Township say construction on the property will begin sometime in October. A generous donation from AT&T is helping people of Macomb County. $2,000 was given to the McLaren-Macomb Medical Outreach Clinic and the Macomb Food Program. Together, the organizations provide members of the community access to food and medical care.
We recognize the importance of good nutrition to health, and so we want to make sure that not only are we getting food out to the community, but we're getting good food, and we're targeting people that may not have the ability to come to a pantry. So we're actually trying to get out where people live, they gather, they meet, similar, where they're at outreach events and they're in housing communities, so that we can get those individuals the food that they badly need.
The mobile food truck provides fresh fruits and vegetables to individuals who can't make it out to their main building. They provide food all year long, and with this money, the program can continue to bring in these fruits and vegetables to people of the county. Knowing the success of both the food aspect and the medical side, AT&T wanted to give back in some way.
AT&T employees live, work, go to church, everything in the community, and we're part of the community. So if we have fellow members in the community that are in need, we want to be there to help.
The food program in Macomb County provides for 62 pantries throughout the area. All services are free for people in need. The deadline for summer property taxes is upon us. All taxes can be paid through September 16th without penalty. The township will accept payment in the following ways: online via ShelbyTWP.org, by phone at 844-701-5086. You can drop it off at the drop box at the municipal building or mail to 52700 Van Dyke Avenue, Shelby Township, Michigan 48316. Also, Fifth Third branch locations in Shelby Township will accept payment. Or you can pay in person at the municipal building using cash, check, credit, or debit card. For more information, visit ShelbyTWP.org. Still ahead on Shelby this week, one organization is inviting the community out for this annual walk to combat domestic violence. The Dogs closed down Jean Shepherd Park Splash Pad for the season. Stay with us for these stories and more. No Resolve, a Shelby Township organization, has a mission to promote mental health and prevent youth suicide. Shelby Township Treasurer Michael Flynn knows how important it is for teens to have somewhere to turn to in times of trouble. Flynn joins the 12-person board at No Resolve. The adult board is made up of people around Macomb County wanting to make a difference for these teens. The nonprofit No Resolve has been around since 2007, and this week they will open a standalone building called The Shed. It's a place where teens can go after school and connect and confide with each other and trusted, caring adults. Next week, we take you to their grand opening and how the organization is planning to help the youth in our area. It's the 12th annual Tara's Walk hosted by Turning Point Macomb. This walk is in memory of Tara Grant, a Macomb County mother who was brutally murdered by her husband in February of 2007.
Her family has partnered with Turning Point to make sure that people don't forget how dangerous and how destructive domestic violence can be. And we need to all be aware of what those signs are and make sure that we are willing to step up and speak out when we see something that we think is really dangerous for the people involved.
On September 28th, the walk will be at Freedom Hill Amphitheater. Registration begins at 9 a.m. with the walk starting at 10 a.m. You can sign up at turningpointmacomb.org. Tara's Walk is open to anyone, any age. Organizers hope this walk will raise awareness and prevent this from happening to other families. This was an exclusive party only open to our four-legged friends. It was the season's final hurrah for the splash pad.
Summer is coming to a close, but with one last hurrah, a day where our best friends can enjoy their fun day at the splash pad.
Around the same time, it seems the community wanted a splash pad and a dog park. Unfortunately, we were only able to, do one, but this is sort of a way to try and cater to those people and, share it with the dog community.
The Bow Wow Luau is for all dogs, from big to small, enjoying some splashing fun at the Gene Shepherd Park. But with the luau had more to offer for these doggos and their parents.
So we have a little bit of everything. We have wagon tails, we have Camp Bow Wow, we have the new Petco at 26 Mile, and then we also have Macomb Vet. They're all here to just show off sort of what they offer to the dogs of Shelby and Utica.
Many people came out throughout the day, bringing their own fluffy best friends. The Bow Wow Luau was a great event for dog moms and dads to enjoy the day with their furry babies, while giving one last hurrah to the end of summer. This is Tyler Smith reporting.
Available for adoption right now, Jan is looking for her forever home, and maybe you could help her out.
Jan's been at the shelter since the beginning of July. She's 3 years old and she is full of personality. She definitely makes us laugh on a daily basis. She's an absolute volunteer favorite. The volunteers love to take her out. When she first comes out of the kennel, she's super energetic, she's super crazy, she's all over you and in your face. And then when she goes outside, she's kind of a different dog. She basically just wants to lay around and take in the sights and sounds around her. She'll lay in the grass instead of going on a walk. She'll roll over for belly rubs. Jan would fit well in pretty much most families. She would be okay with kids. The only thing that she's not good with is other animals, so no other dogs, no cats. But other than that, she is gonna be a dog who'd probably be great on adventures, going out on walks or hikes, but she'll be just as content being a couch potato and getting a bunch of love and belly rubs as well. She would make anybody's family and anybody's life more full by just having her at their house.
Coming up next, the Eagles were home this week and the Chieftains were on the road. We take you to your Week 2 game highlights and get to design your winning scarecrow, which will be displayed for all to see.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
The Eisenhower Eagles broke out of their offensive dry spell with a Week 2 visit from the Cuzno Patriots. The Eagles scored early and often, easily moving the ball on the ground and in the air, defeating the Patriots 44-0 in front of the home crowd at Barney Swinehart Field. This moves the Eagles to a 1-1 overall as they get ready to face the Macomb Area Conference's reigning champions and reigning state champs, Chippewa Valley Big Reds. Away this week and looking to build off their momentum from week 1, the Utica Chieftains traveled to face Grosse Pointe North in week 2. The Chieftains saw a lot of production from their juniors in this game, as Sammy Elfaker and Zach Jacobs each scored touchdowns in the first half to give Utica an early lead. They would lead 19-0 at the end of the first half. Utica's defense stayed strong in the second half by only allowing 1 touchdown. The Chieftains' offense took care of the rest as they defeat the Norsemen by a score of 41-6. Utica comes back home on Friday as they host rival Utica Ford. For more on Week 2 football, be sure to watch the Chieftain Rewind and the Ike Review, airing on ShelbyTV. It's back for the second year. Shelby Township's Scarecrow Contest will take over the municipal grounds. Creative scarecrows are encouraged. No commercially made scarecrows will be accepted. They will be on display from October 7th through November 1st. In order to participate, you have to pre-register by emailing jthomas@shelbytwp.org or call the PRM office. Scarecrows have to be delivered to PRM by October 3rd. For more information on the contest, you can call the Parks, Recreation, and Maintenance at 586-731-0300. Your recipe could be featured on the menu of Oga's Kitchen. The restaurant is looking for someone to create their next Oga to be on their menu in 2020. The winner will work with Oga's Kitchen executive chef to perfect the recipe and get a behind-the-scenes look at the process. The new menu item will be offered at its 27 locations. Create Your Own Oga contest is designed to allow members of the community to share their family's heritage by turning their favorite dish into the infamous Oga. You have until September 20th to enter the contest. To enter your recipe, visit ogas.com. That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you now with scenes from the parks around Shelby Township. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.